The Kuzari talks about the fact, usually we talk about the world is divided into four kingdoms. There's Doimim, Sameach, Chai, and Medaber. Inanimate, and vegetative, and human being, articulators. So if you go and you look at the scientifically, there are only three kingdoms. There's the mineral, and there's the vegetable, and there's the animal. And where's the human being? We're an animal. We're also animals. We're just a little more complex, a little more sophisticated than our monkey cousins. And that's not a technicality. The fact that Yiddishkeit disagrees and says that Medaber, the human beings, are an entirely different class, an entirely different kingdom, which means that we're removed, be'echos, qualitatively removed from animals. In other words, within the animal kingdom, you have very, very complex creatures, such as dogs, cats, the bigger mammals. And then you have mosquitoes and cockroaches. Very, very, but they're all still part of the same kingdom. When you say that the human being is a separate kingdom, it's not just saying that he's higher than all of them, on top of the food chain, but he's completely removed, a completely different class. And therefore, only the human being has the Bechira Chavshis, has free choice. We're not, as opposed to animals, that their natures are fixed and determined, and they can't be blamed for any of their behaviors, any of their actions. As we have in Pirkei Avos, Chaviv Adam Shenivra B'Tzelem. The human being is precious because the human being was created in the image of Hashem, and that applies to both Yidden and Lahavdil Goyim, as the Tosfos Yom Tov over there makes very clear that Chaviv Adam Shenivra B'Tzelem, that the fact that the human being was created B'Tzelem in Hashem's image, that's all of humanity. So it's already a chiddush that Yiddishkeit has, that there are four and not three. There's a bigger chiddush. The bigger chiddush is what the Kuzari says, that really there aren't four kingdoms, there are five. And what is the fifth one? The fifth one is Klal Yisrael. And just like you have in the Mishnah, Chaviv Adam Shnivra B'Tzelem, there's a certain Chavivus that all people have, they were created B'Tzelem Elikim. And then Chaviv in Yisrael, there's something else entirely, how precious the Yidden are, Shenikru Banim Lamakim, that they are called the children of the Eibishter. Fifth category. And that's something which is very telling. Again, just like the human being is qualitatively removed from all other animals, so Klal Yisrael, the Yidden, are qualitatively higher and removed from all of humanity. And that is by virtue of the fact that they have a neshama. And this neshama, in other words, in addition to the neshama that all human beings have, the nefesh habahamis or the nefesh hachiyunis, a Yid has a neshama which is a chelek alekam yamal, as we learn in Perik Beis, which is part of Hashem. So why is it that every Yid that Seif Kol Haderes, to end generations, has a love for Hashem? Well, why is it that every leopard until for all eternity has spots? Because it's part of the leopard's DNA. Ava for Hashem is part of the DNA of a Yid, and therefore DNA doesn't change, not for one generation, not for 20 generations, not for 100, or not for 1,000. A Yid is a different type of creature, a creature that has an neshama, and this expresses itself in the fact that every Yid loves Hashem. And this is a very different way of looking at what a Yid is, because normally you ask, so what? The normal conception is that because Avram and Yitzchak and Yaakov were so special, and because Hashem loved them so much, so therefore He did a favor to all the descendants, and what did He do? He chose them, and He gave them the Torah. And through the Torah, when we learn Torah and we do the mitzvahs, we become holy, we become connected to Hashem. So we were chosen to be given this special gift of Torah and mitzvahs, which if and when we actualize, then we become unique and special and removed. But what we're having here is a different idea entirely. Yes, obviously, of course, we were chosen for the gift of Torah and mitzvahs, But a Yid is essentially different and removed. We're essentially removed from all other nations by definition of who we are, the fact that we have a neshama.